thought I would show some of the Streptocarpus that I'm currently working with before the blooms all fall off. So because I'm hybridizing them and not removing the blooms as I go along, then probably a lot of these will stop blooming because they're going to be filled up with seed pods, which are these little wizard sword looking things that are forming here. But these are very productive flowering plants, Streptocarpus, also known as Cape Primrose, and I've been calling them Streptocarpus for several years now, and only recently realized when someone pointed it out to me that they're also called Cape Primrose, which I didn't really know much about those either. But before the blooms all fall off, I thought I would take some video. But what I'm doing here is the thing with Streptocarpus is that they can sometimes be difficult to hybridize because different flowers do different things, because these are so much far gone from the natural form that the flower parts become deformed. So some of them can make seed, some of them produce pollen, some of them produce both pollen and they can produce seeds. So you sort of have to have a couple of different plants so that you can, if you're wanting to cross these and make new varieties, so that you get the right matchup. Like this one here, I've been able to get pollen out of it, but it doesn't seem to otherwise make any seeds. So I'm taking the pollen from this one and I'm putting it on like this pink one here and this white one here, which is called Angelina Jolie, and this red one. These are huge blooms. You can see some of these flowers are like the width of the palm of my hand, and I don't exactly have tiny hands either. But I'm taking the pollen from this one over here that has this really cool kind of webby pattern on the bottom, and I'm crossing that with these over here to get some either new color variations or new versions of that pattern. And this purple, almost black looking Streptocarpus, I'm mostly just self-pollinating that one because it's so dark that I feel like the traits would cover up or mask over, like say this pattern here. You might be able to get a few that would show that pattern, but I'm thinking that I would end up with a lot of like really dark purple ones. So I'm just sticking to what's already happening, which is nearly black looking Streptocarpus. So I'm just gonna create my own version of that or see what else I get from that cross. This pink one, I think this one is one of those that, because it's closer to the natural form, it's actually fertile both ways, so you can get pollen and it can create seeds. You can see there is a seed pod on this one back there. But what happens is the petal section will fall off after it's been pollinated, or even if it's not, it will fall off, of course. And the top part of these are pollinated, and then it sort of dries up and turns brown, and then it'll take maybe, I think it's 3 months, that usually 3 to 4 months before those ripen, and then you can remove the seeds and plant them and hopefully get some really cool new varieties. This one here, this red one, I think this one produces pollen, but I don't think that it actually makes seeds. It created what looks like to be pods, but the pods are like more like green beans. They aren't like the slimmer looking seed pods on these other ones. So I'm wondering if these pods over here are even going to have any seeds in them. So we'll see how that goes. But I have some pretty cool ones right now in bloom that I'm gonna hopefully have some new crosses that I'm going to grow out. Of course, by the time these seeds are ready to plant and by the time they grow out, could take 6 to 8 months, maybe a year before I know what I get. So it'll be a while before I find out what I get from these crosses. But anyhow, I thought I would post these. If you want to see more videos like this of Streptocarpus or Calaria or African violets, what else do I have here? Some pelargoniums. So I can post more of these videos, especially if you're interested in like hybridizing flowers. I can post more videos like this in the future. Okay, thanks, bye.